Him turning up like that and then only a couple of weeks later asking you to marry him. You should have given yourselves more time.
None to waste at our age, according to Tom. Anyway, you seemed only too anxious to see us settled.
Well, it seems such a chance for you, Doris. I didn't want it to slip by. I still don't. You see, you'll regret it.
Maybe you're right. Mrs. Logan certainly sounds a sight better than Miss Luke, spinster. You get tired of having that thrown up at you.
Oh, in this day and age?
Oh, some people still do, especially married women. Either that or old maid. I've often wanted to wipe the smirk off their silly faces by saying, well, at least I didn't marry the first man who offered, like some I could name.
Yes, but I mean, it's quite different for you and Tom, isn't it? I mean, you're not strangers. Although you've been separated all these years, you know all about him.
Do I, though? I know what he's told me. That he's been living abroad since the 40s, working on a farm. There's got to be more to it than that. Just suppose I went ahead and married him, and then found out he had a wife already.
Well, why would he do a thing like that?
Oh, it has been known.
Look, men who commit bigamy usually run after pretty young girls or marry middle-aged women with more money than sense. Now, where do you fit in?
Well, I am middle-aged.
Yeah, but you're not rolling in it, are you? Now, pull yourself together, Doris, and cheer up. Look on the bright side. Look, you've had a second chance. Make the most of it.
Well, I want to be sure I'm not making a mistake.
Oh, well, you can't be sure, can you? There's some things you have to take on trust. Anyway, I'm sure you and Tom will make a go of it. Oh,
we'll be back.
Yes, oh, better change the subject, hadn't we? And, Doris, let's have a smile, eh?
Hello, Paul.
Good evening, Mrs. Pollard. I'm sorry the kitchen's closed, but I'm sure we can find something cold for you.
Oh, I've come for information, not food.
Information?
I think I told you Mr. Hunter wants me to go around the various departments of the motel and see how they function. I have to learn all about this business.
Well, I'm sorry there isn't very much to learn here at the moment. We're simply clearing up.
Oh, good. I love watching other people clear up. Tell me, Paul, I know that all our staff here are employed full-time as the motel is open all the year round, but what happens to seasonal staff when they're laid off?
Well, it's not something I've had to concern myself with. So far, I've only worked in hotels and restaurants which are open all the year round.
Oh, really? I thought the Chateau Rondel was seasonal. Do you know, it is odd, but I just don't remember seeing you there.
With so many staff, it's quite possible you wouldn't recollect meeting me there before I became head waiter. If you won't find me rude, Mrs. Pollard, I don't remember meeting you either, although I don't think I could forget you even if I met you only a couple of times. We must have missed each other.
Yes, it's possible. About as probable as drowning in the Sahara. When exactly were you promoted?
Oh, last year sometimes. Look, Mrs. Pollard, if you really want to know about my previous experience, my letter of application is on file here. It lists all my previous positions.
Thank you. I shall be fascinated to know where else you've worked. I shall also be fascinated to know why the head waiter of a fashionable restaurant in Switzerland should leave and come to a Midlands motel.
Oh, I think I've explained that. I am head waiter and restaurant manager here. That is the reason I want to move into management. And now, if you'll forgive me, I really must go and get changed. I am sorry it hasn't been very instructive here tonight.
On the contrary, I've learnt a great deal.
House always seems empty after visitors. I suppose it's had Glenda being away.
Do you want something before you go up? Cocoa, cup of tea?
No, spoil the taste of the beer.
How many did you have?
Oh, just a couple or three. Oh, Tom can knock it back, though. Not just beer, either. Comes from living in France, you know. They drink a lot there.
How did you get on with him? First chance you've had for a talk with him on your own.
All right. He's a decent enough chap. Not as talkative as he is in mixed company. He seemed to have something on his mind.
Yes, Doris. You know, if she's not careful, she's going to put him right off.
Oh, might be the best thing all round.
Oh, Arthur, how could it? I mean, all she's got to look forward to is a lonely old age.
Well, marriage can be lonely too, you know, Kath. It can mean coming back to an empty house, no food on the table, and both of you too tired to exchange a civil word.
Oh, I see. Back to my job again, are we?
I was watching you tonight. You could hardly keep your eyes
And
open.
whose fault was that? I didn't invite Tom and Doris here tonight. If you'd had any consideration for me...
I'm off to bed.
Oh, that's right. Start an argument and walk off in the middle of it.
I started nothing. You did, worrying yourself silly over Doris Luke. That's you all over, isn't it? Always has been. If it's not somebody like Doris or Tom Logan that's claiming your attention, it's your sister. And if it's not her, it's Iris or the motel. Anything and anybody but here where it matters, in your own home. You know, for somebody who thinks so much of marriage, you don't do a lot to look after your own.
Oh, David, have you got a railway timetable?
Where for?
London. I'm going tomorrow evening. I thought I'd take the train so I could get some work done on the way.
One of those card things here somewhere. Here we are. I'm glad you came in, J. Henry. Something been bothering us about Valerie working here.
Oh, is she getting in the way of people as she's going around the place?
No, it's rather more fundamental than that.
You look like a couple of choir boys caught telling dirty jokes in the vestry. Oh, where are you going to now?
London, tomorrow evening. For a couple of days. I'm glad you asked, otherwise you might not have known that I was away. You're going to be so busy here.
Yes, you're so right, as always. I'm going to be busy checking up on one of your staff.
What?
Mr. Paul Ross. I think he's a phony.
What are you talking about?
Paul Ross said he worked as head waiter at the Chateau Rondel before he came here. Now, I've eaten at the Chateau many, many times, and I don't remember him. I'm convinced he's lying.
Oh, I think you must be wrong, Mrs. Pollard. You've obviously taken a dislike to him for some reason of your own.
Well, you want me to, well, prove myself here, don't you? Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to find out about your Mr. Paul. And when I've proved my point, I hope you'll all be grateful. But I doubt it. I'm rarely appreciated.
No sign of our new receptionist?
No, and she is not our new receptionist.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
We
that she-
decide, not Mullick.
Goodness, you sound irritable.
I can do without Mullick making our staff appointments.
I expect he felt guilty leaving us in the lurch.
We'd have managed.
You are irritable. I wish you'd take it out on him and not on me.
I didn't have time. He just dropped the whole thing in my lap and left. Absconded, rather. Besides, I wouldn't want to upset Rashida.
Hello? Miss Kazmi? Oh, yes. Send her in, will you? Right. Who's going to interview her?
We are. Come in. Miss Kazmi. How do you do? I'm David Hunter. Hello. And this is...
Your wife. Hello.
Hello.
And fellow director, Barbara Hunter. Sorry, do sit down.
Thank you.
Well, now...
Now, tell me, Miss Kazmi, have you had much experience with reception work?
Yes, 6 years. I have here some references from the 2 hotels I worked for.
And, do you live locally?
Wolverhampton. But if you should decide that I am suitable, I shall move to Heathbury or King's Oak.
And, do you live alone?
Yes.
Yes, well, he's very good. I see you left your last employment by,
By mutual agreement.
would you care to enlarge?
All I can say is it was not to my discredit.
Oh, I'm quite sure, but even so.
Well, it was a difficult situation.
Between?
Between me and the manager. As you might have observed, I'm not really orthodox, but it does encourage some men to...
Take advantage.
Exactly. Like I said before, it was difficult and uncomfortable for me to work there any longer.
If you were successful, how soon would you be able to start?
Today?
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow would be fine.
I think perhaps we should talk a little further before we finally decide anything.
Yes, of course.
but it's gone and stopped.
I've got it, hasn't I? I'll give you a shove there.
But I ain't done nothing
No,
to
that's
it.
half your trouble, son, that is not doing nothing. Here, leave it alone. Got petrol in?
Yeah.
Oil?
Well, you put it all in, didn't you?
Oh, that's right. You ain't been running it with a choke out, have you?
I ain't done nothing you ain't told me to do. I did nothing.
All right. Leave it alone. I expect it wants a complete overhaul. That's what it wants.
You need a new one if you ask me, you know.
Yeah, you try telling them that, son. And try and get the lolly out of them and all. Like trying to get treacle out of a sponge. Oh, no, we've got to watch every penny, they say. Look, not like some people I know. Don't go on. Right, leave it. Get over to the patio and give them chairs a wash down. What? Some kid's been doing a spray job on them with a pop bottle. Look! What's the matter with you? Put it down. Cool. I told you to wash the chairs, didn't I?
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Well, all right. When you've got them finished, put them all back where they're supposed to be. And then get over to the garage and see if you can get Mac to strip that mower down.
We ain't got time for that sort of thing.
Well, slip him a fiver. Huh? Well, blimey, you won't miss it, will you? Beats me why you're doing 2 jobs.
Gotta make me money up, you know.
Make your money up? What, with that lot you've got stashed away?
That's different.
Well, how is it different?
I ain't touching that.
What, never?
Dunno.
We've got to spend it sometime, haven't you? I mean, why don't you get yourself, have a nice holiday?
I don't want holiday.
Well, buy yourself a house, then.
I don't want house.
Well, something.
What?
Well, I mean, you could have a... Oh, blimey. Why does it have to come to people that don't need it?
I didn't ask for it, you know.
No, you didn't ask for it. 1,000 would do me. 1 lousy grand. Oh, wouldn't half get that mob off my back. I'd do no messing.
What mob off your back?
Well, the little brown envelope brigade, mate. I've got them piled that high. Here, I've got the rates, electricity, the water rates, my best suit.
Suit? You ain't got no suit. I ain't never seen you in no suit.
Well, nobody has, have they? I've got it out the catalogue on the Never Never. Now I'm behind with that and all. All I get from them is letters.
Look, if...
There's no ifs about it, son. What I'm saying is, if I cop lucky like you wouldn't find me mucking about round here, I'll tell you that for nothing. Now get on with them chairs.
Oh, 10 4122. Was that a 5 or a 9? Got it. Merci.
I don't know why you're making such a performance out of all this. I mean, the man's very good at his job. What does it matter if he's exaggerated a bit about his experiences in Switzerland?
If he lied, and I'm damn certain he did, I want to know about it. If he's hiding something, I want to know what it is. Do you know that, for all we know, that man could be a criminal?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
All it takes is one phone call to find out whether Mr. Paul Ross is telling the truth about his background or not.
Yes, you're quite right. If there are any doubts about Paul, we must satisfy ourselves. It's only fair to all of us, but not like that. Let us suppose for a moment that he is perfectly genuine. If it gets back to him that we're checking up on him...
But how could it?
Oh, easily. A friend phoning him from Switzerland. What's all this? Your people checking up on you? What have you been up to? Something like that? Well, it could antagonize him. And if he is genuine, we don't want to lose him, because I must say, he's very good at his job.
Yes, and he's very popular with all the staff. Well, nearly all. And with the customers.
Oh, great. Just let's all bury our heads in the sand.
Nevertheless, I think we should be sure of him. So I shall make some discreet inquiries through 1 or 2 people I know. And by the time I get back, I shall know more about Paul Ross than his own mother.
You'll see. The man's a fake.
two luscious creatures.
No.
Sharon about.
Out.
Ah.
Hey, do us a favour, love, will you put the kettle on? We're up to our eyes in here.
Oh, that's great. What did your last slave die of?
Ah. Oh, look at this. The only guy I know that can smell coffee at 20 paces even before we've made it.
We're not interested, mate.
Oh, that'll be the day.
Yeah. Oh, Mac, here, do us a favour, will you?
Hello, hello. Watch this favour bit.
The other mower's gone up the spout now. It'll have to be stripped down.
Oh, Archie's, I'm up to my eyes in it.
Oh, come on, Ronnie. It's holding us up.
Okay, I'll see when I can fit it in, okay?
Good lad. You're an angel.
Huh, a bit heavily disguised.
Heavily disguised, he says. Oh, making, are we? Oh, I might as well have one while I'm here.
Where's Benny?
Who cares?
Oh, charming.
Yeah, I've had him up to the eyeballs.
You what?
All the morning.
Well, can we have him all the afternoon? I've got a maxi out there. It needs a bit of sponging and polishing up a bit, right?
You're very welcome to him, mate.
Well, what's up with him?
Oh, well, it's on my wick.
What?
Well, he's useless, you know, especially when money's concerned.
Been trying to tap him, have you?
No, I have not.
Lucky for you.
He gets a bit embarrassed where money is concerned, but give him time.
Give him time? You can give him all the time you want, mate, and he still won't know what to do with it. His trouble is he's too slow to catch a cold. Got no imagination, that lad.
You're jealous, that's your trouble.
Jealous? No, I don't begrudge anybody anything in this life, I tell you. But I just hate waste. And that's what it is with him, it's waste. I mean, Benny's got no needs. What's Benny want money for?
Oh, hello, Benny. I'll make you a cup of coffee.
I don't want a cup of coffee.
Well, I'll make you one, just in case you change your mind.
I'll put that mower out by the bench out there.
Fine.
All right, I'll go and have a look at it. Trust you to start shooting your mouth.
Well, I didn't know you would turn up with
I thought you and me were supposed to be friends.
Well, we are, aren't we?
Well, it sounds like you done it going on about me like that.
Well, I mean, I was just saying that I wasn't going on. I mean, it was a case of... Here, for God's sake, sit down a minute.
I don't want to sit down.
Look, Benny, let's face it. You don't seem to what I mean is you don't understand, or rather you don't know the value of money. Now, you've got to admit that, right? So, to a few of us that haven't got much of it, comes a bit hard to swallow, that's all.
It ain't my fault, you know, you ain't got no money.
Now, did I say that?
£1,000.
What?
Well, that'll get you in the clear, won't it? And like you said, I've got plenty, so you can have it.
Yes, but...
Benny!
Look, it's my money, and I can do what I like with it. Well, are you gonna take it, or ain't you?